papers. I teach. There's always papers. I don't think I'm going to need the papers. We'll see. You are such a pussy. That's what Big Robbie said to Little Robbie after Big Robbie pushed Little Robbie down on his ass and Little Robbie started to tear up. You are such a pussy. We were all fourth graders. The Robbies lived on my block. A few years later, I was at one of those epic girls' sleepover parties, like 6 million girls, where you get hopped up on pixie sticks and bust out the Ouija board and talk with the dead people and freeze each other's panties. At some point, we decided to strip down to our undies and run around the block. And Carrie, at the last minute, chickened out. And she said, hanging her head, I'm a total pussy. College, Big Ten basketball game. I'm in the nosebleed seats. Somebody gets fouled hard, falls to the ground, takes some time getting up. And some asshat frat genius 3 rows behind me says, "Get up, you fucking pussy!" Nice. A few years later, I'm working as a server at Maxie's, a Southern comfort food restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Just let that soak in. It's actually really good, but okay. And at the end of a really long, busy, crazy night, I sidle up to the bar to join my coworkers in a ritual, a post-shift ritual, which includes drinking and shit-talking every night. And I'm enjoying myself thoroughly until I hear my fellow server, John, say to Sarah, "Don't be such a pussy." And something inside me just snaps. My face gets hot. I start to do that like Darth Vader breathing. Like and then I make a decision in that bourbon-fueled, sloppily passionate, slightly overconfident way. I make a decision. That's it. I'm taking pussy back. Naturally, I make this decision immediately, to do this immediately. I'm going to take pussy back immediately, without a plan, while drunk, at my place of employment. So, I get started. I turn to John, who has just told a grown woman to stop being a pussy. Let's just think about that. And I know a few things about John. I like John. John is a smart man. He's a thinking man. And John loves the ladies. So I say, John, I think we agree that pussies are amazing. I mean, think about all the magical things that they can do. John, I think you love pussies. At this point, John is slightly horrified, but intrigued enough to go with me on this trip. John, why would you ever use, I mean, if you love pussies, why would you ever use pussy as an insult? Why would you ever use the word pussy as something negative? Weak? Cowardly? What? No, John. John, I'm taking pussy back and I need your help. What the hell do you mean, Evie? John, from now on, you are never going to use the word pussy in a negative way. In this restaurant, you may only use the word pussy if it is positive. And then John again says, what the hell do you mean? So I haven't thought this through. I'm working on the fly and I say, John, you made $250 tonight. That's so pussy. So I just let that soak in for a while. Like just leave John be with himself and his pussies. And I turned to Sam. Sam, oh, I love Sam. Sam is an artist, gun enthusiast, bartender. And I use a different tactic. I say, Sam, pussies are crown jewels. We shouldn't degrade pussies. We should paint their portraits and hang them above our fireplaces. I soon learned that I need to sort of tailor my tactics, right? So with the line cooks, I kind of sweet talk the line cooks. I get very creative in enrolling the gay boys. I approach the managers by reminding them of their duty to provide an equitable and affirming workplace for all. The most difficult group, actually, was I'm not a feminist, I love men. They were tough, but I enrolled them eventually. And I'm sure you're wondering, how are people reacting to this? And I would say the initial reactions were sort of a mixture of confusion and amusement, sometimes with a little hint of pity, I'll try, Evie, or good luck with that special creature. And it wasn't looking good at first. I was still encountering lots of negative pussy talk. So I kind of went into policing mode, this is a positive pussy zone. Positive pussy zone, people. I was sort of desperate. It wasn't going well. But then one day, I rushed back into the kitchen to check on an order, and I saw Trixie, a fellow server, who was talking with Schick. Yeah, you need to know all these names, they're real. One of the chefs, and she was thanking him because he had redone an order really quickly for one of her customers. But she saw me walk in and she kind of looked at me, and then she looked back at Schick and she said, Schick, thank you. You are such a pussy. My heart burst into 1,000 pussy stars. And that was just the beginning. It got better. People were using pussy in all these amazing creative ways. That's pusstastic. Or that's pussalicious. It's hard to say. Other things are hard to say, Loken. And then even a verb, I'm straight pussin'. Amazing. I was feeling good. And then one day I got to work and Sam, the artist, gun enthusiast, bartender, ran up to me. He's big. He's ran up to me. He's really tough. And he was so excited. He was bursting into the seams. He wanted to tell me a story. So I said, Sam, what's going on? And Sam said, he explained that the night before, after he got off work, he went to pick up his girlfriend, and they headed to a bar to meet his friends. And they parked the car. I guess two people don't park a car. He parked the car, and she wasn't getting out. And he said, what's going on? And she said, Sam, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling up to hanging out with your friends. I'm just not feeling social. I'm sorry. I'm being such a pussy. And what did Sam say? Baby, baby, baby. No. Stop that. Pussies are the crown jewels. And just like that, right there. Sam encouraged his girlfriend to take pussy back. And taking pussy back had gotten outside the walls of Maxie's Southern Comfort restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So needless to say, at this point, I was feeling good. I was feeling pussy. And after another long shift, I once again went up to the bar. I mentioned we'd do that. And another server, Shannon, came and sat next to me. She said, Evie, you will not believe what happened today. I said, Shannon, what happened? I got a call from the principal. He had my son with him in the office. Wow, what happened? Well, the principal reported that day her son and his lab partner had won a competition in chemistry class. And they were excited about that win. So to celebrate, they chest bumped and then said, "We're so pussy!" Shannon, what did you do? Well, I'll tell you what Shannon did. She said, "Principal, put me on speakerphone." I should have mentioned, Shannon is a sexy, badass, don't mess with me kind of mama. Like, whoo, okay. So, this is the part where I like to picture the principal reaching slowly for that speaker button on his phone, maybe with a little grin. Like, I don't even have to do the heavy lifting on this discipline, right? Because this mother is clearly gonna swoop. Okay. And Shannon says, "Son, I'm proud of you." And proceeds to tell the principal about the merits of taking pussy back. I fell off the bar stool. I think I was sober. Okay, so I was like, Shannon, how did that go? And she said, I think he's down. If only I could get my 8-year-old daughter on board. So this is a story you probably can imagine I've told a few times. I love it. But this is the part where I usually stop and I think, oh, this is funny. This person took it so far. But I take a step back and think, wow, that's marvelous. Like, don't we want our sons and daughters to take pussy back? Don't we want them to think that pussies are amazing? Yeah. And that women are valuable and powerful and also capable of making all of the decisions about what their amazing pussies do? Yeah, I think so. So I think that's kind of amazing. So a few days ago, I reached out to Dan, who owns the restaurant, Maxie's, to ask him if he'd be okay with my actually using the name of Maxie's to tell this story. And I'd like to share his response, but I want to be true, so I'm going to look at my text messages. Dan, I'm going to be telling my taking pussy back story. At a Memphis Monologues fundraiser for Planned Parenthood, I was going to name Maxie's as the site of the campaign, but we'll use a fictional name if you prefer. Absolutely use our name. I should say something about Dan. He is a big, intimidating man, like Nebraska linebacker. Absolutely use our name. I want to go down in history as the place where pussy got its rightful place. Happy Mardi Gras! To which I respond, love you, Dan. You're so pussy. Yeah. A tall compliment. I'm touched.
I'm think there's only one thing to say at this point. All of that was so pussy. All right, one more round of applause for all of our yes. Amazing. Thank you so much, Ashley, Elle, Stephanie, Krista, Aloka, Elizabeth, and Evie. Thank you for telling your stories. Okay, so what you're all wondering now is, how can I spend more money that is directly benefiting Planned Parenthood? And what's great is that I can tell you. So the silent auction is going to be open for 10 more minutes. Go, check out your bids, make more of them.